Good morning, everybody, and happy Tuesday. I wanted to get on here and kind of give some updates about life and health, but I also kind of have some stuff to say about it, you know? And it goes like this. First, I have been dealing with a lot of pain in my body. Pretty much my whole life, I have had weird pains or pain that people couldn't pinpoint or explain why I was in pain. And so I got a lot of people looking at me weird, like I was making it up or being a hypochondriac. And I finally went to the doctor and they have referred me to a rheumatologist because they think that I have some kind of either inflammatory disease or something like lupus, fibromyalgia, something. And I'm going to have to say that I'm glad that they've finally figured out that there was something wrong and that it wasn't all in my head, because honestly, after a lifetime of being told that you have nothing wrong with you and yet you still feel the pain, you still feel sick, you don't feel good, you're tired, you're whatever, so often, and you force yourself into the societal standards of what they think that you are capable of by looking at you and not perceiving that there was a deeper issue, which comes with the territory at any given time. But it gets really hard, and I know I have talked about invisible illnesses before, but here's the facts. Again, just because you don't see what somebody else is struggling with, mentally, emotionally, physically, doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. And just because you believe that somebody should be capable of something, just because they don't look sick, does not equal them actually being capable of accomplishing whatever that thing is. It doesn't work that way. Just because you don't see it does not mean it's not there. You don't know what another person is dealing with in their body or their mind. That shit's invisible until you can get a definitive answer, and sometimes you don't. But that still doesn't make it not true. Just saying. Also, I found out after getting a hernia last week and having to go up to the ER because the walk-in doctor misdiagnosed me, that I have had a tumor in my body that has been known about since 2014. But for whatever reason, unbeknownst to me at least, nobody ever decided to tell me that I had a tumor. and that it needed to be monitored or taken care of. So a lot of issues that I have been dealing with could maybe be attributed to the tumor. They don't know if it's cancerous. They don't know anything about it yet. But apparently it's gone from smaller to much larger in that time frame. And I went and tried to talk to the patient advocate at the hospital where I was diagnosed, only to be given the runaround about how it was probably not mentioned to me because it was so small that it wasn't a problem. Here's my problem with this, and actually there's a few, but let's start with, if you have a tumor or any kind of medical issue that your doctors find out about but decide to never tell you about, and then you find out about it somehow later on, that doesn't equal that it's okay. I don't care what their, bullshit replies are. The fact is that this tumor has now gotten to the point where it's detrimental to my life. And they are kind of panicked because it's something that should have been being monitored and dealt with. So here's my thought on this situation. And being as I know I'm not the only one that has ever dealt with this from medical staff, facilities, whatever, this is something that you need to take into account. It doesn't matter how insignificant they think it is to themselves, that they're not telling you about your own body and health. It doesn't matter that they don't believe it's important. The fact is, it's your body. And you have a right to know at all times what your results are, whether they're testing for the thing that they find or not. And it is inexcusable for a medical establishment or a doctor of any kind or medical professional to not give you said results. It doesn't matter if they believe that it's not important. Again, you have the medical right and legal right to be informed about your care. You have the right to be included in any treatment that anybody decides to give you. And you also have a right to refuse any treatment that anybody tries to give you. If you believe that the treatment that they are prescribing for you goes against your body, your beliefs, or anything else in between, it is nobody else's right to force you to accept said treatment. It doesn't work that way. At least not in this country. I can't speak to the laws on other countries, but I can't imagine that it would be different, because doctors have to take a Hippocratic oath, which states from them that they will do no harm. They may not directly be doing you harm, by not giving you all of the information. But indirectly, them not giving you the information is harmful, because whatever that is that they have chosen not to inform you about still has the potential of being detrimental to you, not to them, not ultimately. But now I get to go and try to figure out how to legally take action against this place or that doctor, due to the fact that I strongly believe that it is against everything that they stand for to not have given me that information. You, in my situation, should also do the same, because you may think, oh, it didn't do any harm, or oh, it's not that bad, or oh, it didn't hurt me this time. Well, here's the facts that you may not be thinking of, okay? If they're doing it to you, they are doing it to others. You are not an island all on your own. And if a facility or organization believes that it is okay to not give all of the information that they have to a patient, that is medical neglect. And they're probably killing somebody else just because you didn't end up with it happening to affect you hugely adversely or only minimally adversely. Doesn't mean that you should let it go, because the people that come after you that have the same thing may not be as lucky. Anyway, that's my thoughts for the day and the updates for my life. And now, I hope that you guys all have a lovely day. And I hope that you guys can take some of this to heart if you have been in my position, because it's not right to let them get away with it. It's just not. Anyway, if you like anything that I'm doing here, please like, share, subscribe, hit the button. That way you can be informed when I'm posting. And I love you all. Have a great day.